Tequila. On this Sunday morning, the holidays are just in time here to indulge in great food, great drinks, and whether you're going to a party or hosting one yourself, you'll want to get those cocktails just right. We've got Mike Salcedo here and Ritchie Mo from the Gladly and Citizen Public House, who knows a thing or two about the perfect, delicious margarita. In fact, you guys have the Tequila Fest that's taking place here. That's, what are we, day 2?
Exactly,
already into it?
Yeah, day 2. The event goes from 12 to 5 today.
Okay.
Yesterday, we actually had the Margarita Challenge. So we brought in 10 local bartenders, and they all competed for...
and that's where Ritchie took top honors in the Margarita.
Crown, yeah.
Okay, before we start making up one of your famous margaritas, let's talk about just tequila itself,
Absolutely.
where it comes from, and the Tequila Fest.
Absolutely. Yeah, so tequila comes from Jalisco, Mexico. It's made from the agave plant, the blue Weber agave plant.
That's what this is.
That's what we have here, exactly. And so what you actually do, it's almost like a pineapple. So the leaves are on top. The farmers come, they chop off the leaves, and there's a piña, which is the fruit underneath the soil. And then so they take that piña, they roast it, mash it down, ferment it, distill it, and that's tequila. So ours is 100% blue agave tequila, and it comes from the highlands in Mexico. So a little bit more intense flavor.
So this is an actual agave plant.
This is,
but the plants that are cut down are monstrous.
They're huge, yeah. Ours mature for 10 years. This is probably a year link.
Now, you say mature for 10 years. You talk about 10 years it sits there, gets bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
And that's when you process it?
These piñas can actually be hundreds of pounds. So we're talking huge fruits that they take out of the soil.
You have to wait 10 years before you can get it, huh?
We wait 10 years. Yeah, they mature 3 to 5 years, but we wait 10 years in order to get the most intense flavors. So pretty cool stuff.
Very cool. All right, Ritchie Mo. Our margarita winner.
Absolutely.
What did you do? I see some blueberries over here.
So I took a take on a traditional margarita, but I called it the black and blue Muerte margarita. It had a lot of dark colors, a lot of dark flavors to it. So we started out with a little bit of Camarena, Reposado tequila.
Okay.
I usually use a Reposado. The key to making, and I know I did a frozen drink, but when I think of tequila, I always think of the beach, just because that's what I usually drink at the beach. So,
why Reposado over, say, a silver?
Reposado is oak aged, so it just has a little bit more depth of flavor to it. So whenever you're doing things into a frozen application, it's a little bit easier if you use something that's a little bit more robust.
Okay.
Another key key thing to do when you're making frozen drinks is keep all your ingredients cold. Then you'll have less dilution on the ice, so you can still have a quality cocktail and a strong cocktail at that.
Good call, good idea.
So the margarita that I'm going to run you through today is the winner from yesterday. So 2 ounces of Camarena Reposado tequila, which I already have one pre-made, but I'll walk you through the ingredients. Fresh blueberries, which I actually just did a rough cut on. We're going to incorporate those later. Whenever I do a frozen drink, I like to take the limes and cut off the pith and all the zest off of them. Throw them in the freezer, and they almost act like ice cubes when you blend them into the drink. And then as the pulp starts to break apart, you kind of get those little pops and a little bit more texture in your cocktail as well. So a little
that is impressive. Good call.
Little at-home drinks. Then a little bit of habanero juice there as well. So we went ahead and mixed all those together. We blended the drink with the tequila, the lime.
Did you put this in it?
Oh, I'm sorry. And then the sweetening agent as well. So I actually made a black peppercorn simple syrup. So 1 part sugar, 1 part water with some black peppercorns just for a little bit of spice.
Sure, I've got it in my closet.
Absolutely. So we went ahead and blended that up. And then we incorporated the blueberries after we blended it, just so they kind of suspended into the drink. And then we fire roasted a lime to put on the top. Fire roasting it just adds a little bit more smokiness, brings out some of the smokiness in tequila. I put a little bit of fresh lime over there just for aromatics. And then the best thing to finish off this drink, just juiced on some blackberries. A little bit of blackberry syrup over the top. Just adds a lot of color to the cocktail.
Wow, look at that. You know what?
And then finish it off with just a little bit of cracked pepper.
I'm going to bring it over to our overhead cam to show the top of this, because this is really cool. Ritchie, how can people get a hold of one of these margaritas? Because that was a lot of work.
At either place, the Gladly or Citizen Public House, we are doing some pretty quality craft cocktails. And this one hasn't made it on the menu yet, but all of our bartenders are craftsmen, so they're more than happy to custom craft any cocktail for you.
Very cool. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Mike, thank you very much. Tequila Fest, it takes place today here from, what'd you say, 12 until 5 o'clock here. Is it cost anything to go?
Yes, $50 for a one-day ticket. So
it's well worth it, though. It's an absolutely wonderful
event. Mariachi bands, a lot of fun.
Beautiful. All right, Cam, we're going to send it over to you. This whole thing is indoors, isn't it?
It is, yes.
There you go.
Good way to escape the rain.
Yep, if you don't want to get wet.